Hi guys, I'm YELOWSTONE and welcome to my fly tying channel. This channel contains hundreds of different videos covering all manner of different patterns, techniques and styles of fly tying. There's something here to suit almost everybody, so hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, let's get on with the show. Hi guys, so we're going to tie another YELOWSTONE area fly, and this one is Jacklins soft hackle. So this is a pattern from a guy called Bob Jacklin, and it's for use in PMD hatches. So size wise 12 to a 16. It's a soft hackled fly, so you sort of have to gauge the size as with what's available on the cape that you're going to use. And the feather using this is grouse. So I'm tying it here in a size 12, and hook wise this happens to be a Camazan B170. So it's a standard wet fly hook, or dual purpose hook I suppose it is, in that it's the slightly lighter wire. I think it has a slightly longer shape than the 175, even though they're meant to be almost the same. So as I said, it may suit in that it's the slightly lighter wire. Thread on this, we're going to use the Danville's 70 denier in an olive, and I'm just going to wax my thread a little bit here and then wrap that on my hook. So I just start behind the eye, and then I'm using my thread held up at an angle here, and that helps me to get an even body coat down the shank. So cut that off, and then I'm going to tie in the rib. So the rib for this fly, I'm going to use a gold wire. I'm going to tie that in, and I'm going to tie it in the length of the intended body, or just slightly short of the front end of the intended body. For the body itself, I'm going to use a really fine olive wool. So this is actually merino, and merino is handy in that it has long fibres, so I can pull it out, start to twist it. One turn will catch a couple of fibres, and then that'll allow me to twist this dubbing rope up as tight or otherwise as I want it, and then I'll wrap the body in that. So as we get to the front here, the reason I stopped just short is because I want to just come off the front of it with a turn or two, and that just helps me to taper down rather than step down off the wire cut. Then I'll take this wire and rib the body with it. I get to the front here, I'll pull it good and tight, take my tying thread across it, a couple of turns, and just hold them under tension, and then change the angle of it. So you might be able to see that that has now changed the wire angle straight in line with the shank of the hook. Then I'll tie that forward, and then holding this under tension, I can just helicopter off the wire and then even it up. That saves you using your scissors and wrecking them. So it's time to put on our hackle. So the hackle for this fly is grouse. Now if you have a skin, well and good, you can look through it, but generally it's easier to get wings of grouse, and these are perfectly fine for soft hackles. So you're just sort of going to take one of these feathers off the shoulder here. I'm going to pick one, pull it out. They're quite a short hackle, like partridge, maybe a little bit darker. I'm just going to strip that back. I'm stripping it back to get it away from the thick pithy stem here. And then I'm just going to find the tip of my feather and pull the fibres back, just stroke them back. So we end up with this arrangement. And then snap out the tip just want to separate out a couple of fibers here and create this little gap. I'm going to hold that in position so that when I tie it in, I'm tying into that gap, so therefore I'm tying on just the last millimeter or so of my stalk. Then I'll fold that back gently and put a couple of two or three turns across the fold. That'll tie it in, and then we have to wrap it. Now it's quite prone to breaking, so just be careful. So I'm just going to slide it through my finger and thumb as I go, just stroking it. That way it's sort of doubling the hackle as I wrap. And because it's short, you're only going to get 1 or 2 turns on. Sorry, we slipped the hackle there. Once we come around, take it across our stalk and let the stalk go. You need to keep your thread under tension here so as it doesn't slip it on you. And then I'm just going to tie that down. And then when I'm happy that it's in place, I'm going to just snip that off in tight. And then we need to create a head. So I'm just going to do that by whip finishing it, or whipping it, whatever way you use. And then settle that down. And trim it off. So we just want to varnish that. So a clear varnish is the way to go. I'm going to use Vineyard's Clear Fine. And dubbing needle, and just use the rotary function of the vise just to join that blade the whole way around. And that is our fly tied. So that is Jacklins soft hackle. So you can see how that would work for sort of olives and those kind of types of flies. Fished as a spider, but I'd say I'd probably fish that upstream. So hopefully you like what you see. If you did, give us a like, subscribe, check out the hundreds of other videos that are on the channel. And until next time, tight lines. And thanks for watching.